Hi you guys, today's video is going to be a get ready with me, chit chat get ready with me type of video while I show you how I cover up my blemishes. So if you're interested, stick around. So yesterday technically, it was last Thursday, I'll explain. I finished my class, my month-long class, and it went a little bit weirder than I expected. I left class early on last Thursday because I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and then when I showed up Monday morning, the door was locked and no one was there. So luckily, one of my other classmates, the only one that ever talked to me, by the way, only one classmate talked to me in the entire month I was in that class, he happened to walk by and he's like, hey, do you know what's going on? And I'm like, no, I had to leave early on Thursday. And he's like, yeah, today's our last day of class, but it's like late or something. I didn't remember what time, so I showed up anyways. And I'm like, okay, so Thursday was the last day of class? And he's like, yeah, Thursday was the last day of class, and today's just a pizza party. And I'm like, I don't really want to stick around for a pizza party, so... And then the teacher walked up like 10 minutes later, and we were still talking, and he's like, you guys are not supposed to be here until 11 o'clock. Don't you listen? And I was like, oh, sorry, I was at a doctor's appointment last Thursday, like I wasn't here. But yeah, that class was like the biggest joke ever. I'll get into that a little bit more as I start my makeup. First thing I'm going to do is take my big bangs over here and just clip them back so that they are out of the way. What the hell? Does this happen to anybody else? It drives me nuts. Stop it. Stop doing that, hair. God, so annoying. I don't want to like mess up my bangs because they actually look pretty decent today, so... Okay, so foundation I've been loving is still the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous in 810, and I just pump 2 pumps of that on a mixing palette, and then I take a damp beauty blender, and we'll start with that. Oh, actually before we start with that, I forgot. I always wind up forgetting my primer, and I always am like, God damn it! My pores are huge. This is the Benefit Professional. And I just like to go where my pores are the biggest, which is like not even on my nose, it's like right next to my nose. Anybody else? Just me? I'm sure I'm not the only one. And then I like to prime whatever blemishes that I have, just so that it kind of smooths out what's going on there. So anyways, the course was pretty much a joke. The teacher didn't ever speak. He just pressed play on the video series that we were watching, and I could have paid the exact same amount of money to just take the video course online. So it sucked, but it's over, so what can I say? I'm hoping to take my actual test, my certification exam, in 2 weeks. And that's because I feel like this course didn't give me everything that I needed, so I'm going to also read a textbook that's about that thick. So I'm hoping to finish that in 2 weeks and then go take my exam. So yeah, it was a total joke. Everybody in there was a man, and they were all super sexist. They wouldn't speak to me, and when I tried to speak, they all made fun of me and yelled at me for asking dumb questions. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. That's the one thing I didn't expect when I moved to Merced, was that people here are... I don't know, like not as liberal as a few hours away in the Bay Area. Which, I mean, I should have expected that, I guess. I should have anticipated that, but I didn't think it would be this bad. How do I say this? I didn't think they would be as sexist. Like, seriously? Women can work on computers. Like, it's a fucking computer. Like, it's not like it was designed for men to use. So I'm disappointed in that class. The teacher himself was quite sexist, and everybody else in class liked to just sit there and talk about how much porn they had on their computers and not really talk about class. We didn't even have a final. It was a 4-week, like, crash course, I guess you could say. And does anyone else do this? I'm in a weird mood, you guys. But I'm having fun, so who cares? What was I saying? Oh yeah, they all just literally sit there and talk about how much porn they had on their computers, and the funniest stories they had about finding porn on other people's computers. It was ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. I'm really hoping that when I get a job in IT, it's not the same, and it's not as ridiculously sexist. So we will see. We will see. I don't know. So this foundation is really great because it's a foundation, a sunscreen, and a concealer. You know, the 3-in-1. So it does a pretty good job of concealing basically everything, even my under eyes. So usually I take this absolutely everywhere on my face and let it do its little magic. But when I do need something extra, I like to use my e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer, and this is in porcelain. And I just like to squirt a little bit on my finger and then take my beauty blender, the tip of my beauty blender, and just kind of like work it back and forth so that I get a little bit on here, but it's more evenly distributed. And then I just dab right over and around in a circular motion. And the trick is just to do very light layers over your problem areas. This is also how I cover up like hyperpigmentation, like how my forehead is considerably more brown and freckled than the rest of my face. Then I like to go in with my e.l.f. HD Lifting Concealer in the yellow shade, which is brightening, and go under my eyes. And I just dab like this in a little triangular motion. If you've seen my videos before, you've probably seen me do this. And then blend away with your beauty blender. If you don't have a beauty blender, I do like to use brushes sometimes. I just feel like, especially when I have blemishes, the beauty blender really helps to not cake up your blemishes. Does that make sense? I haven't actually tried any other sponges but this one, but I'm hoping to try out the Real Techniques ones in a couple weeks. Basically, the next time I see it in stock in the store, I'm going to try it, because I found out they're only like $6. I thought they were like $16, which is why I haven't ever given them a go, but they're like $6, so I'm going to give it a try. At this stage, I like to take my e.l.f., what is this, lip exfoliator, and I don't use my makeup on anyone else, so it's not weird. I lick it to get the sugar started, and I just work that over my lips, both to kind of exfoliate and hydrate my lips, but also to get the foundation off my lips. And it works pretty well. And then it tastes really good, and whatever's left on my lips, I just let sit for the rest of while I do the rest of my makeup. So this foundation, I found I don't really need to set, so I haven't been setting it really, but I do like to go in and set my under eyes with the e.l.f. Eye Brightener. And I just dump some into the cap and swirl my brush in, tap it off. And then with the same powder, I like to also very lightly set my blemishes so that they don't move, so that the powder over them doesn't, the product over them doesn't move. Does that make sense? I think I'm making sense. Next up is eyebrows, and I'm using the e.l.f. Why does all e.l.f. product lose its writing? I think this is called the Lifting Brow Pencil. It's their new $2 pencil, and I just kind of fill in what's sparse. And this is taupe, the lightest color. Now, you know, I really didn't give these a fair chance when I opened them, and I actually have been using them like basically every single day because I find that I actually really like them, so. I still feel like this color is almost too dark for my eyebrows, and it's the lightest one they have. But oh well, it works. To start on my eyes, I'm gonna line top and bottom with black. And when you're pulling down your eyelid to line your lower lash line, use 2 fingers and do it really gently so you don't mess up your under eye concealer. And I love wearing black in my waterline because I wear glasses and it makes it so you can actually see my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with my Jordana 12 Hour Made to Last eyeshadow pencil in Continuous Almond. This helps to prime my eyelids, but it also cancels out all of the blue veins in my eyelids. Like when I raise my eyebrows, you can see lots and lots of veins, so I really need to cover them up so that the eyeshadow stay true, and so you don't see my ridiculously blue veins in my eyes. And it stays pretty tacky too, so you can actually have some time to lay down your eyeshadow. Now this brush is really dirty and I'm sorry I didn't have time to clean it before this video, but this is one of the like Sigma dupes type things that you can find on eBay. This came in a set of 10 brushes for I think $12 or $17. And this I think is actually supposed to be like a small foundation brush, like a small concealer brush, but it's been working really well for me with my Naked Basics palette to take Naked 2 and do a transition color with it. I don't know what it is with this brush, but it's like the perfect size for my eyes, so this is what I've been using it for. I only started doing this a couple weeks ago, but I love it. What else can I talk to you guys about? Oh, I have had a whole other string of doctor's appointments trying to figure out my rash. And I saw another allergist, the same place but a different person, and he says there's no way that it could be a pressure allergy and that it's got to be something else. And so now we're trying to figure out what else it could be. We're thinking maybe it's like a allergy to some of the clothes I'm wearing, maybe. I don't know, you guys. I never know. I never know what's going on. Literally ever. Now I'm going to take Wet n Wild's single eyeshadow in Nutty and just do the outer third or so of my eye. I really love this color. I think I remember this one is a dupe for MAC Wood Winked, I want to say. But I so love it. From the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, I'm going to take this light color. And I don't know, I've been really into using my fingers for my eyeshadow again lately. Like, I haven't done this in a while, but I've been really enjoying it over my brushes, which is weird. But, you know, we all go through phases. I think, to be honest, I think the reason why I've been using my fingers a lot more is because when I'm getting ready for class in the morning this whole month, it's been so hectic. I like have to share we only have one bathroom in this house, so I have to like share the bathroom with my boyfriend because he also had to leave at the exact same time. So for the first week, he got up an hour before me, and then the next consecutive 3 weeks, we just fought over the bathroom and tried to make it work. Now I'm taking the definer from this palette, and I'm just going to do very close to the lash line and just kind of blend like this. So I think that's why I've been using my fingers, it's just because it's so much faster. I haven't really been doing like a full face of makeup for this class. Just, you know, a little bit of foundation on the days when I've needed it, or just a little bit of concealer when I don't really need it. And chapstick, basically. Mascara isn't always for me, so duh, mascara, but then I'm taking the copper color and just kind of going over the whole lid, basically. Concentrating more of like on the middle of my eye. So, yeah, having problems with my doctors. It's been real fun. Haven't really done anything else but study this last month. Like, I don't even know how I'm gonna like do Memorial Day this upcoming weekend, because I just really need to study. Like, really badly need to study. now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Intense Ink Eyeliner. I don't know why I've been using so much e.l.f. recently, but it's like when my schedule gets super busy, I just rely heavily on e.l.f. and Wet n Wild to get me through. I'm just going to do a really thin line all the way across my eye. The other thing I've been doing recently is taking my Sunny, which I usually just do contour with, and kind of contouring and bronzing at once. So usually I would hold my brush, it's like an angled brush. Usually I would hang it, hold it like this, and just chisel out my cheekbones. But I've been really enjoying holding it upright and going like that. So it gives a little bit of definition for my cheekbones, but it also bronzes up my face a little bit, which I've been feeling like I need a lot. And then the other thing I've been doing is like lifting up all my baby hairs and just tapping this right along the very border of my hairline, like almost into my hair, because my scalp is like so baby white that it almost looks weird. So I've been doing that. I don't know. You guys tell me. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it weird? Do you do it too? Oh, no. And then I'm going to take my e.l.f. blush in, what are you? Mellow Mauve. And I just have been swirling this giant Real Techniques type brush and then being super sloppy about it just to give a little bit of color without really having to care too much. Okay, so the only weird thing I've been doing like every day this entire month is using Mary Lou Manizer, even on the days where I'm not wearing foundation. So this is the Balm Mary Lou Manizer, and I don't know. I feel quite naked and quite dull when I don't wear Mary Lou Manizer. Is that weird? I have to stop saying, is that weird? And I know that Mary Lou Manizer is like ridiculously intense highlighter, but I basically have been taking it on all of the high points of my face so that I look really healthy and... Hi, I cut off somewhere. This is the mascara wand. This is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless Fibers Mascara, which is a totally ridiculous name. I just did this eye, but I think my camera shut off, so good thing I haven't done this eye yet. I haven't been more impressed with a mascara for the first time I ever used it since Jordana Best Lash Extreme. The first time I tried that, I was just blown out of the water. Same for this. I haven't even used my Jordana the entire month because I've been using this, and it seriously is amazing. I don't know if it's the brush, I don't know if it's the formula, but it's everything I've ever wanted in a mascara. It does get a little clumpy and you do have to work with it a little bit, but not as much as like most of the mascaras that I use. And it does do that a lot. Okay, so just bear with me, I'll clean up my face after I'm done. I don't know, I just feel like this mascara is like one of the only mascaras that you can actually see my lashes when I put on my glasses. Ooh, that rhymed. Like most of the time, it just like, no matter how good they look when I take my glasses off, when I put my glasses on, it doesn't show. This I feel like does, so that's cool. Let me just clean up my mascara mistakes really quick. Crisis averted. And then I'm just gonna top it off with Maybelline Cherry Me. No, cherry on top. And then the last thing I do in order to hide my imperfections, my blemishes, is I will style my hair in a way that makes you look at the other side of my face instead of the giant crater up here. This one's not so bad. This one used to be really bad, but really right now it's that one. It's pretty much covered. And the other trick I have is wearing a bright lip. Whenever you have a really bad pimple on your face, wear a bright lip. And at least when you're like walking by people, most of the time they'll look at your lips or your eyes and not your pimples. That is my biggest tip. It also helps that it also helps distract from my face because I wear glasses and most people look at my glasses when they see me. Whether they consciously are thinking about, ooh, she has glasses on, or not, most people look at my glasses when I wear them, which is all the time. So, yeah, that's basically been like my morning routine when I have blemishes, and kind of what my makeup has been like for the last month, which really isn't all that much different from what I normally wear, and I know that, but Okay, so let's see. Talked about class. I talked about the doctors. Oh yeah, my wardrobe got even more limited. Now I'm trying to wear just 100% cotton. It's ridiculously difficult. There are 3 shirts I can wear, 1 skirt, 1 pair of pajama bottoms, and this pajama top. That's it. That's all I can wear. And it's totally ridiculous. That's like literally it. And my doctor just prescribed me even stronger allergy pills, which she told me will probably knock me out most of the day. Like, be prepared to basically sleep like 15 or 20 hours a day, but we'll see if it works. Okay, so that is it for today. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in my next video, which I have no idea what it will be. I don't know when it will be. I'm basically just gonna dive right back into my textbook. I just really needed a break this morning and decided to sit down and film. So, yeah, class is over, but the studying isn't, and, yeah. Oh, quick reminder, if you wanted to see any of the stuff that I'm getting rid of for my makeup graveyard, you need to leave me a comment right now and tell me what you want reviewed, because that whole box of stuff is going to be gone very soon, because I don't want to have it in my life anymore. I don't want to have it like sitting there being like, ooh, you can still use me. Yeah, come on, I know you want to get rid of me, but one more time? Seriously, it's bad. I've already reached in there for like 5 things, and I'm like, no, I'm getting rid of you. Alright, you guys, I love you so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Mwah!